Hey guys, below the bottom tier here again, and today we'll be talking about the Valor Expedition. So this one is what we will be mainly talking about since it's been 8 weeks since the launch of this type of event. You can think of this as a battle pass for Lost Relics. So where do you get this and how do you get started? Oren Thalios is the person you need to find. He's right here by the Waygate, and here it would show up here, but I've already bought mine before. It's either 500,000 gold or 10 gilded seraphines. And gilded seraphines is obtained through buying things from the shop, which specifically Lunari. So here you can see the royal seraphines. You'll need 10 of these to buy one battle pass. So it might actually be worthwhile to buy some Lunari, buy yourself a morph, buy yourself some pendants or whatever, and use the Royal Seraphines for your Battle Pass. They expire in 1 year, but if you use them, it refreshes the cooldown of the expiration. So let's move on to the next part of the Battle Pass. How do you get Valor XP? So Valor XP and why do you need them is for talents, which we would get to in a bit. The first place you can, well, the only place you can actually get these Valor XPs are from Valor contracts, which range from bronze, silver, and gold. So bronze contracts are 3 green arcane fragments or 15 flame crystals. Silver is 2 arcane fragments that are blue or 30 flame crystals. And the golden valor contracts are 1 arcane fragment that is epic in rarity or 60 flame crystals. Where do you get these flame crystals? You get them from the Waygate, which is also known as the Multarian Odyssey. So doing the level 31 awards you 2, and doing the level 61 awards you 7. Here's a tip for obtaining your contracts. If you can do gold, which you really should be doing because this awards you 200 EXP, these contracts are the ones that you would want to get. This one gives you the most value. Because if you look at this one costs about 40 engine. Let's say 38 engine, right? And this one costs about, let's say, 18 engine for one. Two of these, which is around 36, which is two of these contracts, is equivalent to one of these. So you earn more value by doing these. But if you cannot do the Golden Valor contracts, since most of them are in the Inverden area, you only get the silver contracts. The bronze obviously has the lowest amount of value, just pay the arcane fragments. These things drop like crazy, so you have nothing to worry about. So, what are the things that you have to look out for? I will show you a list of the missions for each rotation of bronze, silver, and gold, and why do you want to complete them. So before we get into that, here, let's go to the encyclopedia. These chests are what is awarded to you. So upon completing the bronze contracts, you get a bronze Emberfall chest. Silver, you get the silver. Gold, you get the gold. So why is this important? This is the only place you can get the Valor EXP from. Bronze will always give 50. Silver will always give 100. And gold will always give 200. And you have a chance for blockchain items, which you can see here. Mythical items for gold, up to legendary for silver, and up to epic for bronze. I've never gotten one. I've seen some people drop, at least from the bronze version of this. But yeah, next is talents. You can only have 2 contracts active at once. So the talents, this is the most important one. For each tier that you move up, you get 2 Valor Orbs. So this one, you can see the cost to upgrade. Most people upgrade Swift Forager because this is the final unlock, which is instant gathering. But you can only collect a total of 68 orbs, which is 2 Valor expeditions. Now, here's the thing. You need all 68 orbs allocated to Swift Forger for you to unlock this last perk, Instant Gathering. There is another one that's also pretty decent, which is Artisan's Temple, which allows you to craft 2 items simultaneously, all the way to 20 items simultaneously. So this one is good for people power leveling their alchemy, production, engineering, and all that other stuff. These other two, Heartbound Renewal is basically more energy and health when you're in town, which in my opinion is pretty useless. Morph's Grace is for speedrunners, where Morph has no cooldown, but in my opinion also not as good as the other two. Rift Caller's Precision. So this one, no cooldowns on rifts. So the things that you see here, they have no cooldowns. But again, no point. Use a teleport scroll, they're like 1000 gold. If you don't want to use one, just walk there. It doesn't take you that long, right? Now for the rewards. Here's the interesting part of these Valor expeditions. So as I mentioned, it's like a battle pass, right? So here in the battle pass, you'd be getting titles, 100% success rate tools, one of them. You have to remember, you don't get all 4, you get 1. So you see the word here, or, and then there are Valor Triads, which we would discuss in a bit, weapons, tools, and these things people theorize would be used to upgrade your blockchain weapons, all the way to a mythical weapon, either a short bow or a one-handed axe. So what are the Valor Triads used for? There are multiple tiers, but currently in this Valor expedition, there are only 3. And the 3 are the mythical one, the legendary, and the epic. So here you can see in the rewards, you get 2 of the epic, 2 of the legendary, and 1 of the mythical, which means you have to buy the rest from other players if you want to complete or obtain the relics that are exchanged for them. Now, what's important to note here is this one. This, as I mentioned a while ago, is Multarius Odyssey. I have videos on budget builds for that. Always do level 61 because you'll need a lot of flame crystals. It saves you a lot of engine if you can get the flame crystals needed to buy your contracts. Most people won't reach level 17, but an ideal goal for anyone wondering that is going on a budget would be, the first one is this. You can literally stop here after you get the weapon, because these 2 weapons are pretty good. Pretty good weapons. The second place I would stop is either here, if you have a mythical weapon, which is the Prime Force Shard, or here to at least get the 2 Valor Triads that are legendary in rank, to maybe sell them off for more engine or recoup your engine. These ones, I feel like after you reach this point, you're already out of, well, either engine or arcane fragments. Now, let's move on to the rotations of what missions you can get from the bronze, silver, and gold, and the buffs that each contract gives you upon finishing them. Yes, the contracts give you buffs. So, with that being said, let's move to the next part. Here you can see that there are 5. For bronze, which is complete turret descent, very easy, 2 times, complete any Guardian's Arena, slay monsters, gather resources, or produce items. Now, the Guardian's Arena, here's a tip for people that are doing bronze contracts, because Guardian's Arena costs 2 arcane fragments. Replace these bronze contracts is 500 gold. So in my opinion, is instead of spending these 2 arcane fragments, you just reroll it for any of the other 4. Any of the other 4. Or moving on to the silver contracts, there are 6. Slay monsters, complete any Guardian's Arena twice, gather resources, complete Guardian's Arena champion, which is a level 31 Guardian that you have to kill, which is epic in rank. I have a video for that also if you want just insta kill it in like 30 seconds, leave. Very, very easy. Produce items and complete Terror Descent once. So even completing level 1 is completely fine. So you do that for like 1 minute, 2 minutes. It's very, very easy. What missions do you replace? For me, you replace none of them. Why? Because complete Guardian's Arena and complete any Guardian Arena, you can combine them both. Here is a perfect example of when you have these 2, the complete any Guardian's Arena and complete Guardian's Arena champion. So there is a video about how to do this using the Annihilator Core and all the other stuff. Links probably in the description, and the only thing that was nerfed about that is the data, since you can no longer get nature's cores. But this is the perfect time to actually use this method for this, because you basically complete the quest, and not only that, you complete half of the other quest. So here you can see that I completed one of the quests, and then this is half. So you just save this one for when you get another one of these. And with that, you can complete both of them at the same time. Or, remember when I showed the bronze, where you have to also complete the Guardian's Arena? You can combine that with any of these 2, which is complete any Guardian's Arena or complete Guardian's Arena champion. Moving on to the gold contracts, which is produce items, complete Frostfall Siege, gather resource, complete Platinum Echoes of Time, and complete Frostfall Supremacy. So here, this one, there's nothing here that you can actually combine with each other to actually make it, well, to do it both at the same time, right? One tip I can give you here, if you don't want to replace it, because replacing these costs 2 blue arcane fragments. What you do is you have 2 contract slots, right? If you get a complete Frostfall Siege and you don't have a lot of keys for Frostfall Siege, you just leave it there. You never claim it. Since all of these are kind of like interacting by themselves, or like you can't combine them anyways, you just keep completing the other types of missions. Same with Frostfall Supremacy or complete Platinum Echoes of Time. So you keep the one that is the most annoying for you to do, and you never claim it until either you're ready to claim it for the next week's rotation, or you just leave it there until you have more funds or more keys to do those types of modes. Personally, for me, I always keep complete Frostfall Supremacy because it costs a legendary fragment to get 3 keys. Another one I keep is complete Platinum Echoes of Time, because sometimes that's just really, really annoying. It just really depends on my mood. And Frostfall Siege is another option. The other 2, just you'll do that naturally. One more tip that encompasses all 3 is the produce items. You can use bones. Bones, since you can stack 20 bones in your inventory, these small bones, large bones, or giant bones, you can actually just grind them and it counts as 20 already. Very simple. Cooking also does the same thing. So whichever one you want to do, but bones have faster access to the grinding machine. And the buffs. Let's talk about the buffs that you can get from the contracts. You can also get this from Frostfall Siege, Siege Supremacy, and Descending Nightmares upon completion. So there are 5 types of buffs that you can get, which are Golden Ambition, Eternal Preservation, Crushing Fury, Relentless Precision, and Swift Fire Surge. So Golden Ambition gives you 100% bonus gold on adventures. Eternal Preservation, breakable items become immune from breaking. So meaning to say, any of your tools or armor that has this 0.5% chance to break, during that period of the buff being active, it does not break. Next, Crushing Fury, my personal favorite. 50% attack damage. So that stacks with whatever attack damage you have. So let's say you have Mark of the True, which is 10%. It multiplies it by 0.5, right? It Since all attacks are multiplicative. This one can help you with your runs, help you with the Colossus fight, help with just doing Echoes of Time or whatever things you need to kill really fast. Relentless Precision, personally for me, is not very helpful unless you have an item like the Dividing Supremacy, Trauma Hawk, things like that increase crit. But yeah, there's those Necrofancy, which is a good combo for that also, but it's one of the weaker ones. And Swift Fire Surge, which is 25% attack speed. This one's also really good. So how I would rank them would be Crushing Fury, Swift Fire Surge, actually Eternal Preservation. If you have 100% success tools, use that during the Eternal Preservation period. Relentless Precision, and Gold Ambition. That's how I would rank these 5. And with that being said, that's basically all you need to know about the Valor Expedition in terms of details. Now, tips. Let's move on to tips. So, how would you grind this as a free-to-play or as someone that doesn't want to spend too much engine? Remember when I mentioned the Waygate, which gives you which upon getting 150 Waygate orbs, you can do the Multarius Odyssey, which is the level 61 version and gives you 7 flame crystals. So one way to grind this extremely quickly is you run through the map really fast. Usually I do like 4-minute runs, 5-minute runs in mythical maps. Complete them as fast as possible, get 16 of these and stack them up, and only gather the ones that give you arcane fragments and the mythical nodes, and then rush it. Just rush your Waygate orbs. These Waygate orbs. Another method is, some people claim, I think it was either Assaultrix or Argantus, that mentioned that one Nightmare Vault is 10 Descending Nightmare runs. So upon at least 10 of these, you could get 2 arcane fragments. That's another way to farm it, but personally I think doing the runs would be the fastest way of getting it. It's also the more gold friendly version of it, because each key is 2 green arcane fragments. Each nightmare key is 2 green arcane fragments, which is another cost for engine, right? But yeah, there's that. Those are my tips for doing the Valor Expedition. I really hope this helps you out. I know it's a bit late, but I wanted to do it somewhere midway through the pool event. Oh, also one last thing before I go. If you came in late, let's say it's already started, right? It's already 8 weeks in. Instead of having 10 of these, you'd have, let's say, 80 of these. 80 of these contracts ready to be claimed. 80 of these. Like, if you came in, let's say, 12 weeks in, this is 120 of these contracts. So, as long as you are still in this Valor Expedition, you will be able to claim all those contracts even if the week has passed. So, if you don't have enough funds, you can leave it for the next week, for the next week, for the next week. So you don't have to worry about it until the time limit of the Valor pass ends, which is in 10 weeks and 2 hours. So, no need to rush. Keep in mind that you have a lot of time to, at the very least, unlock all the way to this. Maybe up to tier 6, right? So, nothing to really worry about. You should be fine for at least the lower tier rewards. You don't have to break your back over it. And again, most people will not complete all 17 tiers simply because one, it's too expensive, or well, yeah, it's just mainly that, or it just takes too much time to get all the flame crystals needed to actually claim your contracts. So that's it for me today. This is below the bottom tier. If you like the video, leave a like, subscribe, do all those YouTube things. Help me out in growing the channel. And if you have other topics you want to talk about, just let me know. So here are some helpful videos that might help you with your runs. I would post the 2 most useful videos related to this one, which is killing the Guardian arena and killing Moltorius Odyssey. I would personally prefer bow builds when dealing with that when you're on a budget. If you're not on a budget, melee builds are completely fine. So, yeah, see you in the next one.